Ladies and gentlemen and in-betweeners, on this week's On the Rocks Live from Home edition category is Quarantine Extravaganza, with our guest, star of FX Pose and host of PBS's Prideland, Dyllon Burnside, and me, your favorite host with the sassy most. Raise a glass and let the drinks begin.
Thank you for being
Boulevard.
Life is a banquet, and most poor suckers are starving to death.
I'd like to propose a toast.
This is On the Rocks with Alexander, where I drink with your favorite celebrities as we talk about fashion, entertainment, pop culture, reality TV, and, well, that's about it. So pop a cork, lean back, and raise a glass to On the Rocks.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Lord have mercy, buttons and bows and pantyhose. On the Rocks podcast, a place where we're too glam to give a damn. Okay, so they are advertising Oreo Thins. What the hell? That's like Disneyland without the rides. I mean, are we cookie shaming now? I mean, Oreo Thins? No. And another thing I want to say, all those people commenting on people starting their Just for Fans and Aaron Carter doing live cams, are you paying their bills? I don't think so. So put on your mask and hush up. Okay, double bloop. Okay, Kurt, do you have a pun for us today?
I do, yes. I always have a pun for you.
Oh, God, make it snappy.
I meant to look for my missing watch, but I could never find the time.
Kurt, that was bad. That was bad even in quarantine. That is bad. And I've seen some bad stuff.
I mean, they're always
during
bad.
Quarantine. No, I can't. You and Warrior Nun, the same level. Can't watch it, can't listen. Okay, today's show is brought to you by Drag4.fans, founded by the creators of Just for Fans. Drag for Fans is a free-to-join platform for drag queens to connect with their fans. Watch, subscribe, and tip your drag queens there. And all the drag queens need a little income, need a little love, so Shantae, they pay. Go to dragforfans.com. Set up your account. The show is presented by Straw Hut Media. You can watch and or listen to our every now over 225 episodes at ontherocksradioshow.com for free. Binge watch, during quarantine. Hello to our listeners around the nation on every major podcast platform, including iHeartRadio and Pandora, Gay Binge TV, and on the Facebook pages of Now Trending, GET Magazine, and I Love Gay LGBT, and of course, our very own On the Rocks Radio Show Facebook page. We are also streaming on Roku and Amazon Fire TV at OutAt.tv and HereTV.com. We are everywhere, and YouTube channel for Planet Out. Adam, subscribe to us on your favorite podcast platform. Like us on Twitter and Instagram at On The Rocks On Air. Send me an email. Book me for a wedding, funeral, quinceañera, bris. I don't care. I will zoom in and show up. Info at ontherocksradioshow.com. Send us your questions, comments, and nudes. Okay, check out our new issue of Metrosource Magazine and my interviews this month with RuPaul's Drag Race's Michelle Visage, Bob the Drag Queen, and YouTuber Kaylin Allen from The Ellen Show. It's now on newsstands nationally or metrosource.com. Okay, let me welcome the man of the hour. I am so excited. I've had a crush. Okay, I'm just going to put it that way. From the age of 12, Dyllon has been charming the hearts of audiences as a singer, actor, dancer, touring with Stevie Wonder and my girl Rihanna. She still owes me $20, by the way. He made his Broadway debut in Holler If You Hear Me, has appeared on Peter Pan Live as a lost boy, and he has appeared on one of my favorite shows on HBO, High Maintenance, and of course as Ricky Evangelista on FX's Pose, and has served as host for this Pride season, PBS's Prideland. He is also a film and theater producer and advocate for the LGBTQ community. He's as beautiful inside as he is outside. Category is Dyllon Burnside. 10, 10, 10. Please welcome Dyllon. My, look at you. Showing us some cleavage so early in the show. Now, it looks like you're in some like cabin, just relaxing and meditating. Are you in a cabin?
That is absolutely what I'm doing. I'm in a cabin right now. I put myself on a little retreat, a solo sort of get in touch with myself and nature and do some writing kind of moment. And it's really beautiful.
Well, and I think a lot of us creatives are taking a moment, and now we have an opportunity to kind of to rethink what we're doing, to consider new paths, also to rediscover our skills that we might have let sleep a little because we've been so busy, and you certainly have been so busy. What's the address? I'm going to come by later with some wine.
I'll text it to you.
Yeah, okay.
You don't want everybody showing up.
Girl, and they will, by the way. Oh, Lord. This year, we had to celebrate Pride digitally. My yearly Pride diet was like, hello, where are you? And I was like, not this year. But we have been able to take part in Pride digitally, and you have a very special series on PBS and digital PBS called Prideland. You have short form, intimate conversations over a variety of important topics in the South, close to and reminiscent of your hometown of Pensacola. Topics you've covered include sexuality, religion, equality in business, and adoption for same-sex couples. What I love about the series is seeing you as the host, which is we've not seen you that way before, or I have not, as the interviewer. And I study a lot of interviewers because, girl, they're competition, right? But you have such a quality where you're so actively listening to who you're talking to. No notes, no outline in front of you. You're just being present. Hosting is very different than acting. What was your creative process in preparing for this series?
I've always just been really nosy, Alex. Like
that's what I tell people too. They're like, "God, you're so good." And I'm like, "No, I'm just nosy and usually tipsy, and that's a good combo."
No, I wasn't tipsy for PBS, but
no, I know you weren't. They wouldn't let you be.
But I've just been always a naturally curious person. Even as a kid, I was the kid who asked way too many questions that the adults hated. You know, I was going to ask why. I wanted to know the reasons why things worked. I took stuff apart to figure out why it works. And so going on this journey for Prideland, I was really interested in meeting these people and trying to understand what their lives are like in the South and what their experiences are like and why they stayed. And all of these people were so fascinating, and they all have lived really interesting lives that I was just really naturally curious.
That is one of the major things I took away. I grew up in Orange County, which is a very conservative part of Southern California. It's only about an hour away from LA, but I still left Orange County to go to LA. What really hit me the most from this series was people from the LGBT community that stayed in their ultra-conservative, sometimes not accepting communities to really make a stand, which can be very dangerous, by the way. But they decided to stay in their community, open up communications, be who they are, and in some cases even start families in these smaller communities. And that really just took me aback, because that's a certain courage I don't know that I would have. And it's a courage that they have to live every day. Every day can be a struggle for these people in communities that are not as accepting. I mean, I'm in West Hollywood where, my God, you could go to the grocery store in a Speedo and a boa.
It's so hard for you there to be yourself. Like, right? I can't imagine how you go outside.
Girl, I don't even wear pants when I go outside. That's WeHo for you. But this is so different because, like I said, it's their job, it's their family, it's them going to the grocery store. Everything could be an obstacle, and they've decided to stay there. What was it like going back to that kind of way of thinking in the South? Like I said, it was very close to your hometown. What was it like coming back after you've changed so much and you've been in the entertainment bubble of LA, New York, on a hit show, and now you're like, oh yeah, I forgot this is how things are?
Yeah, I see you got that picture of me and Ryan Swain. Ryan is actually from Birmingham, Alabama.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and so also another Southern boy. But it was tough. And even now here, I'm in the South now, and I've been quarantining in the South, and I've been sort of road tripping as things have sort of opened up more. And it's tough. It is vastly different in some pockets in the South than it is, in these really liberal spaces on the East Coast and in LA and in some of these coastal cities where all types of diversity, racial diversity, sexual or diversity in sexual orientation or gender identity. It's more widely accepted. When you go to a lot of these places in the middle of the country, like in North Carolina and in Virginia and West Virginia and Tennessee and Kentucky and Mississippi, it's not as diverse. You see mostly, a lot of straight, presumably straight white folks, and every now and then you'll see people of color, and it's very rare that you see people who you would know automatically are queer. And so there are many moments where I have felt sort of like my mere presence is a statement. And my mere presence is sort of maybe perhaps making space for someone else if I'm able to sort of live in an authentic way or not be afraid to wear a pride shirt or something like that. But it's also kind of scary because we are in a time right now where difference is not being celebrated. We came out of a season in our country's history where we were talking about difference in a way and celebrating it in a way. And from the top down right now, we are seeing difference being ostracized and difference being criticized, and people not wanting to be as embracing, let alone be tolerant of difference. So it was the journey to making Pride Land, and then my journey for the rest of the year, which ended up being spent in the South, because we filmed Pride Land in January. I was in LA in February, went to New York in March to start filming season 3 of Pose, and then ended up in Georgia middle of March when the pandemic began, and I've been in the South ever since. And so I've been in the South most of this year, and I just had no idea that I would be spending so much time down here, and it's been filled with lots of different emotions and thoughts.